At every multidiscipline games, it's the chef de mission who has the maximum responsibility. What is the vision? How is he going about it? What is he expecting from the contingent? How is he representing the country? More with 2030 coming to India, Rohit Rajpal is in the hot seat as the chef de mission here in Glasgow. Welcome.
Thank you.
Massive responsibility. How are you looking at it?
So, we've divided this into two areas. One is, of course, the games, the most important area. And symbolically, this is a very important games for us because, as you know, we are the next host. 2030, the games are going to be in Ahmedabad, India. So there are a lot of ceremonies planned around that. And, of course, the focus is going to be in India as well. So we have a lot of big delegation coming for various things. For knowledge exchange, for one, we want a whole team. We have a whole team from Gujarat coming because we want them to understand the logistical part, the softwares they're using. It's very tech-driven this time, and it's getting more and more tech-driven so that it's efficient. The games management systems are going to be very, very important. So yeah, we have a big team coming to understand and probably try and do a better games in Ahmedabad. And then we have the closing ceremony where we're going to have a 20-minute slot where we're going to show some dances, culture for India, a small trailer for culture. So altogether, there are a lot of meetings, a lot of ceremonies lined up for this as well.
What is also very important, Rohit, is when I teach Commonwealth Games or multidiscipline sport to students, at the moment, sport has become kind of massively important even from the macro standpoint of the Commonwealth. It gives it meaning. And the fact that India is hosting 2030 gives it additional meaning because we are a budding superpower. If you go by the Prime Minister's vision of Viksit Bharat in 47, the Commonwealth Games in 30 is a part to 36, maybe a part to 38. And being part of the admin, being part of this larger Indian vision led by PM Modi, what do you think? Because sport as soft power is something that the Prime Minister himself is championing.
Oh, absolutely. I think he's really put in a lot of effort. And a lot of good things have started to happen from the government side, the sports ministry, much more proactive. A lot of money is being spent on athletes.
Correct.
Their welfare is being taken care of. I wish it was all there and during our times when I look at so much being given to players. So now it's the responsibility of players really to come to deliver. Absolutely. And 2030 is a very important step for us because, as you know, we're bidding for the Olympics as well for 2036.
Correct.
And I think that, the last time we had some issues with things not being ready on time. But now I think 2030 was important because they know that everything will be ready on time, well before that. So India also, as we go along for playing and for winning medals, we're also looking at organizing big events. So we get used
You've just made a massive point that 2010, all of us know, and I wrote a book, Sellotape Legacy, about how India was projecting itself in front of the world, the underpreparedness that Rohit just mentioned. But this time round, targeted dialogue starts in 27, bid in 29 possibly. But what he just said, because of the Commonwealth Games, we will be ready. That's a telling statement in front of the world.
That's right. And it was very important for us to get these 2030 games. And I believe that the construction and everything else is going on in full swing, in Ahmedabad. And there's a beautiful infra coming up there. So, and then we're going to target the Asian Games, and World Youth Games. That's right. So the idea is that, we start getting ready to host an Olympic, which is a massive operation.
This time around, people will ask you, last time 61 medals, but I have to put it in perspective, curtailed games. So don't just jump the gun and say, क्यों नहीं हुआ? So don't get into that, 1.4 billion X number of medals, because आप जब comparison कर देते हो ना तो वो unfair है, क्योंकि हमारे देश में अभी भी unfortunately the access to sport बहुत ही कम है. Now हो रहा है. So please put that thing in perspective. Having said that, I must ask you this as CDM. I'm expecting very good in weightlifting. Right. I met the team for half a day in Wolverhampton. I spent time with Vijayji and Meera and the whole team, Martina and Ajay Babu and Ganeshwari Jadhav and people. I'm expecting good in boxing. I'm expecting decent in lawn bowls and of course athletics. Include also judo.
That's right. That's right. You've named it. These are the 4 sports that we are focused. As you know, there are only normally there are 17 to 20 games, but this time we have only 10 games, and
out of which हम 5 में नहीं खेलते हैं.
out of it हम 5 में खेलते नहीं हैं. So it's going to be, it's not going to be fair on the athletes to start counting the total tally. But I think apple to apple comparison would be nice to see for us as well, to see how we are progressing in games that last Commonwealth we did, and now how we are doing that. So apple to apple would be nice comparison, and that will give us a little idea as well. Yeah, and the whole idea is that we want to host these games, of course, like I said, to get organization skills going. But at the same time, we don't want people coming from outside and beating us in our own country and going back.
Agree.
So,
but what I also like, Rohit, is Meera and Lavlina. Women, celebration of women's empowerment,
Yes.
2 superstars doing the opening ceremony honors. Tell me.
proud of it, absolutely proud of it. In fact, I was the one who sort of pushed for it, because I said yes, I pushed for it because I think they're both achievers, and women power, and Indian women in sport. If you look at it in other fields, of course, but particularly in sport, you see them coming up in a big way. In fact, they're outperforming the men all throughout.
Correct.
So the men need to buck up, and it's just absolutely an honor that 2 ladies will be leading, and I think they fully deserve it. So yeah, more power to women.
Meera, I met, as I said, in Wolverhampton, and I said, 49, 48, multiple weight changes, manage कैसे कर रहे हो? She's like, आप पिज्जा लेके जरूर पहुंच जाना, gold मिल जाएगा. I mean, this is the humility of Indian athletes, Rohit Rajpal. That kind of touches your heart. So, एक बोल दीजिए that it's not just cricket. I've got a full team here. 3-4 of us here to back you and the team here. Multi-sport needs to be supported and celebrated by people back home.
That's right. I think we need to. Cricket is religion. I understand that, but please do look at athletes. They work very hard in our country. Each athlete has a story to tell, and those are beautiful stories on their struggles to be here representing the country. So they need all kinds of encouragement from all of you guys. Please support them. They come from humble backgrounds and they want to make it to the top. And it's a sheer grit that I see in these kids. And I see it in their eyes. They're wanting to do things for the country. So please support them, and we look forward to a great games.
That's brilliantly summed up by the chef to mission, Rohit Rajpal. This is the India story. These athletes are the India story that the Prime Minister talks about. When you see a Murli Srishankar breaking away after that injury and coming here to Glasgow, doing an 830 plus in the national championship. You see a Neeraj Chopra coming back from injury. You see a Mirabai Chanu coming back from injury, a Lavlina Borgohain. The lawn bowls team, for example. All of these athletes, and not to forget the para-athletes, whether it is powerlifting, whether it is athletics, whether it is track, this will be some games. And leading will be Rohit Rajpal. We'll catch up with him many more times. Thank you very much for your time, Chef to Mission. Rohit Rajpal there, speaking to RevSportz. Thank you.